Hello and welcome. Today we are diving deep into some tips and tricks that will take your pit pushing to the next level. Whether you are a seasoned adventurer or just starting out, these tips will help you dominate the pits like never before. So without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1. Fish for good RNG. First up, let's talk about the power of good RNG. When you are looking for the perfect run, it's all about finding the right mobs, map layouts and shrines even, to push past your very actual limit. Pay special attention to the first map, it sets the tone for the rest of your run. Don't be afraid to reset until you get a favorable setup. A few extra minutes at the start can save you a ton of time and frustration later on. For example, on my barb, I want small type mobs like bandits, spiders, zombies or skeletons early on. The moment I see, for example, nagas, cultists, vampires or other annoying stuff with huge HP and annoying mechanics, I don't even attempt it and restart the run by just porting out. This kind of time management is essential. If a run isn't going well or will most likely not go well due to your own experience, don't hesitate to reset early on. It's better to start over and actively fish for good RNG than to waste time on a doomed attempt. This includes even resetting instantly at the pit boss if things aren't going your way. There are some good ones and bad ones for every build. With my barb, for example, I don't want to see the Den Mother, the Malice, the Sharpshooter, the Shaman or Bramble. The moment I see one of those, I instantly reset because I know they will not die in time due to their HP or sometimes even their mechanics. On the other hand, I want to really see the Hive Master, Scourge of the Lands or Chieftain Marauder. Learning when to cut your losses will save you a lot of time and frustration in the long run. You died, for example, 2 times on the second map and now there is not enough time left for the boss kill anymore. Don't push your way through until the boss, but just reset instantly after your second death. Tip number 2. Survivability. Next, let's talk about balancing out your stats very fast. Sure, dealing massive damage is fun, but nothing is worse than getting one-shot by random hits. Aim for a balance between defense and damage. This way you can dish out your damage while tanking a hit or two. Remember, staying alive is half the battle. If you are constantly dying, you are not dealing any damage, right? Pushing towards survivability is key here. That's why the Shaco, for example, is a key item in many builds. Not only pushes this helmet your skills by 4 levels, but it also grants you with 20% damage reduction, which is very needed in the higher pits to survive a hit or two. Of course in combination with good HP. Every class and build has its built-in damage reduction and death stats like max HP and Fortify in one way or another. Learn to optimize these first and then go for the min-maxing of your damage stats. Oftentimes later on in this process of min-maxing, you need to give up some kind of defensive stats to push your damage throughput or vice versa. But the key here is to find a good balance for yourself and your current pit level that you are trying to attempt. And with this very tip we can transition into tip number 3. Optimize your gear. Gear optimization is crucial. Aim to get your gear to rank 12 through masterworking. This maximizes your potential and ensures you're making the most of your equipment. Regularly check for upgrades and keep your gear in top shape. I know it can be tedious and boring to grind that Neltharions, but it's worth it for every item that you currently wear, even if it's not perfect or best in slot. Investing in your gear pays off in the long run. You'll notice a significant improvement in your performance instantly. But a little side note here. I would not recommend to reset masterworkings on rank 12 if it's not a biz item or an uber unique. This comes down to your personal gaming time and how much you want to invest personally, but I would rather farm for a replacement item and start the masterworking on that new instead, putting too much time and effort into an item that will probably be replaced soon. Of course, later on, when you have basically min-maxed items in all of your slots, you need to take that punishing step of resetting to get that perfect crits into the right stats through masterworking. But that should be your last step to worry about in your optimization process. Tip 4. Buffs, elixirs and incenses. Buffs, elixirs and incenses are your best friends. These little power-ups can make a huge difference in your performance. Always keep a pile of them ready and use them before your push attempts. Trust me, you need that extra edge, which can push your pushing ability instantly by 1 or 2 tiers easily. I myself use, for example, the anti-venom elixir in combination with a crit elixir and incense for strength or all res on my barb. These items can be the difference between victory and defeat in your potential max tier. so don't underestimate their power. Tip number 5. Clear trash effectively. Clearing trash mobs efficiently is key to a smooth run and gives you that needed bonus on your timed attempt to clear your current max tier. Learn to group up enemies to take them down quickly and always prioritize elites. They are tougher of course, but give you more bonus time. Every class and build has its own way to group up and AoE down enemies, so make sure to master those abilities when going for pit pushings. On my Whirlwind Barb for example, I have no extra group up skills. In that case I try to make up for that by good positioning and bringing the mobs together with correct movement and evading patterns. This is crucial while pit pushing because you want to have as little downtime as possible on the first 2 maps to save up that extra time for the pit boss at the end, which can take you somewhere between 5 to 9 minutes depending on your build. Yes, the bosses are unproportionally tanky the higher you go, and you are the one who needs to make up for this fact early on into the attempt. Tip number 6. Timing of defensives and heal potions. Every class in Diablo 4 has some kind of damage mitigating skills. Mastering the timing of these defensive abilities, for example Iron Skin or a Barb or Blood Mist on your Necromancer, can be a game changer, but only if used at the right moments. The proper use of your defensives can turn a near-death experience into a triumphant victory. You need to learn to utilize them while still having good uptime on your damage throughput. This also includes proper usage of your heal potions. In D4 you get a chunk of them from the get-go, and all packs of mobs are dropping also 1 or 2 after the fights. So see the heal potions as some kind of an extra skill, if you so will, and don't shy away to put them tactically into your normal rotation. Practice makes perfect here, so keep honing your timings. And last but not least, don't forget to enjoy the journey. Pit pushing is everyone's personal challenge to optimize his character, including his gear, stats, build and playstyle. The attempts are not your normal gameplay that you otherwise experience while doing some 3-shot uber bosses or other boring open world stuff. Pit pushings, when you are going for your personal limits, can be a somewhat special way to play and experience the game, so don't get dragged down by just numbers and enjoy your own personal journey while pushing for your own limits. It will not only improve your gamer skills and game knowledge overall, but will also give you a good feeling every time you push past a new barrier. So, and there you have it guys, master these tips and you'll be unstoppable in your pit runs. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for future uploads. Also feel free to leave a comment down below with your own tips and tricks. Until next time, good luck and happy pit pushing.